Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. We are going to be heading out into the map here and we're going to see what happens when we go between systems in Act 5. We don't actually know what is outside of this little area that we've been in, so it could be quite a lot. So, map of the Koronus Expanse, and let's see where we're going. Although, do we even know if we're in the Koronus Expanse? I guess the Expanse is a large place. No, we're in the Unbeholden Reaches now. Oh no, we are in the Koronus Expanse. Oh, okay, I see. So this is the old map and this is the new map. Oh, okay. We're not quite as far away as I initially thought. But that's alright. Chart. So what have we got here? So we got Sanctum of Taphius, we got Neo Charotius, and we've got this one. Now, I believe that this one, yes, is the one that we need to go to for Marazai's quest. So we should go there. Also, the roots are orange. Now, I don't know if they're orange by default or if they're orange because we got the thing that makes them orange. That's an interesting one. Anyway, we're still going to go this way. We could downgrade it to a yellow. That might be worth doing. I mean, think about what the worst situation is for us, right? The worst situation is a red root, right? Which shouldn't actually be possible to appear thanks to the buffs that we got earlier. But let's say we get a red route. We only need one Navigator's Insight to lower that red route down to a down to an orange route. So that should be fine. Although, if I wanted to create a route, I do need 3 Navigator's Insight. And I don't know if there's a route from here to here. There should be, but I don't know if there is. So maybe I take the orange route and just take the chance and try and save up some Navigator's Insight? Maybe. Let's do it. Wait a second. Wait a second. Let me just check something. Yeah, you can't click on these ones. Okay. I just thought I would check, because I was thinking there, I was like, wait a second, if I get 3, can I not just jump back to the old world? Not that I would want to, but it was just an interesting thought. Anyway, let's take the dangerous route. Purify the decks of fire. We've done this event before. We get some XP. Nice. Didn't even take damage as far as I'm aware. Chart new routes. Okay, so that does connect back down here, which is good. Let's visit. Let's see what's here. And once it loads,
let's kill them before they can even beg for mercy.
Kill who? Immortality denied destroyers? What are those? And why are we fighting them? They have shadow fields. Okay, so this must be the ambush that was set up by the Drukhari. That's the only thought I have here. Okay, they don't appear to be very strong individually. There's just a lot of them. Okay, and they are all around us. So, let's just think here. Am I able to hit them? Let's see if I go over here. Am I able to shoot at them? Yeah, okay. So cancel movement. First things first, we're going to summon some torpedoes. We're going to put them here because we're going to go left and these are going to get the guys who go from the right. Then, we're going to head up this way. And I am going to fire at this one.
Fire at will.
And the last hated frigate. Let's go. We hit it a few times. It's almost dead. Shoot it some more.
Volley.
I revel in the spectacle
Wonderful. If
of
I
their
turn,
glittering
I can
ruin.
shoot at port. Now, if I get 2 extra on port, I can hit it. So let's go here. Arc Augury. And then port and shoot.
Make every shot count.
Chance it kills.
Target
Hey,
disruption
fantastic.
confirmed. Praise
So,
the Omnissiah.
looking at where the enemy are, kind of want to place our defensive bits to the right, I think. Okay. Anything else that we need to do? I don't think so. I think we're pretty much set here. I think we're good. Next one comes in. Doesn't do anything. This one's going to do the same thing, and the one after that is going to do much the same thing. Yeah, so they're all just flying in here. No worries. We're hoping that our torpedo is going to be able to hit top right. Not sure what the frigate's going to do. Okay, no, there you go. So, as in what our sword class one's going to do. But now this one's moved closer. Maybe it'll kill that. Or go for that. Yeah, it's definitely going to go for it. I don't think we're in range, right, to even shoot? No. Okay. That's fine. So, head straight at it. Seems like the only real answer to me. Okay, that's fine. And, torpedo control lets us go 5. Okay, well. It's, well, that's not actually 5, but okay. That's okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, diagonals are 2 though. Ah, yeah, diagonals are or no, it's every second diagonal is 2. That makes sense. Okay, anyway. Head over here and blow up. Nice, we did some damage. So now we're going to head round here. And we're going to fire. Can I hit that one that's further away? I can.
Fire at will.
Shoot him. Okay. Didn't quite get him. That would shoot to the side. Shoots how many up from us? Like 1, 2, 3, 4? Is that right? I kind of want it without the tooltip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if we jump 5 forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would then be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'd be able to hit it. Alright, so we're going to use shallow jump. Oh, I'm 1 away? That is very annoying. Okay. At least I'm able to shoot with this.
Volley!
Still didn't get it. Oh, no. How am I going to solve that one? Guess I could use boarding parties. There we go. We'll send these guys off to kill it.
Return to ashes.
Wonderful. And then I'm going to chuck one of these here.
Away.
Can't shoot on the port side. You're going to come alongside us at the very least. So I'm going to put left-hand side shields on. And I think that's us done. I could use focused efforts, though. Because then I can use warp wave to turn you. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to use focused efforts. Oh, I need to choose the thing on warp channeler. There we go. Now I can turn you. Nice. And it reduced the cooldown of shallow jump because it was on cooldown. I just saw that one on there as well. Okay. Cool. I have no way of shooting it, but it's now very much going to that side. Okay. So these guys are now getting closer. I think I understand what was meant to be difficult about this fight. If you stayed in the center, you would get very, very overwhelmed. What you have to do is just pick a group and just try and kill them as quickly as possible to try and stop yourself being swarmed. I think that's the trick. Okay, so they're all coming in. Also, we've killed the 90 health ones, and it's only the 60 health ones left, which should be easier to kill. You would hope. Okay, sword class frigate. Oh, can immediately shoot. Nice. And kill? Oh, missed. Okay. That's fine. And then can you shoot? Perfect. Didn't actually hit, but this one gets to move now. It's moved round to... oh, behind us, maybe? Is it even going to shoot us, or is it shooting our sword class frigate? Ah, our sword class frigate. Okay. Go around here. I don't think the explosion radius is large enough, but we might be able to get a little closer in a second. Right. Head round like this. And just think about it a second here. Am I able to use... I'm not able to use this again. Okay. So head round like this, and then we're going to use vulnerability scan.
Helmsman, take us in.
And that should be fine. Hopefully it highlights the weak point on this side. If it doesn't, I was going to say that would be very awkward. Okay, that's good. And then we choose whichever one of these does more damage, which is this one. And then we shoot.
With the force of a supernova!
None will lament their demise.
Wonderful. We're not quite close enough to Arc Augury, although I can do it with this. So it's Arc Augury. Now we can shoot this one all the way over there.
Volley!
And another torpedo.
Let the void sort them out.
Wonderful. Let's go. Oh, being shot at. That's fine. Next one comes in here. Doesn't do anything. Sword class frigate should shoot at this one, I would imagine. If it's close enough. It's not. Okay. I think we can kill this one without the sonic torpedo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up here. I might actually go even further. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll aim for these guys. Or it will be something for these guys to shoot at. Same with this one, actually. There we go. Wonderful. So now we can move forward. Oh, one more. And shoot here. And that should be the end of that one. That's fine. Could also dorsal.
Fire at will.
Wonderful. Don't quite have torpedo control up, but I can actually get it back. I don't have a master cannoneer, apparently. I need to have a look at that. Oh, it's Argenta usually. It's Argenta. Well, she was briefly out of our party in her mission. I wonder whether that broke it. Anyway. I don't think these guys are going to get closer even if I do enable it. Okay, let's stick shields on at the front and then end our turn. I think this is a better move. Oh no, I need to do that? Oh, in which case I shouldn't have moved my shields. Here.
All hands prepare for acceleration!
That's fine. Right, and then I guess I will shoot them like this.
Lance batteries. Volley!
Didn't quite kill it. We can warp wave it though. Okay, so it's at least facing the other direction. Speediest reload, I don't think will help us. I think that will get us port back, unfortunately. You know what I could do? Can I warp channeler again? Yeah. Then I can spin it again. That was good. That was correct. Okay. End our turn. Okay, front shields worked. That's fine. And then this is gonna come over here and yeah, doesn't do anything. Okay, cool. Our backup ship comes over here and then it's gonna shoot them and that'll be the end. Or it'll miss every shot. One or the other. Yeah, these are just facing the wrong direction, unfortunately. Oh, this one, though. That might actually be close enough. Because if it can blow up this one, it will blow up the other one as well. Wonderful.
I am amazed that we prevailed.
Okay, I'm not. But thanks for the confidence. Wry laughter sounds in the Vox channel. The Black Heart is here. What a surprising turn of events. Do you still wish to go to the rendezvous point? Oh, most certainly. Marzai lowers his voice to a bloodthirsty growl. We are just getting started, Malachi. Okay. Before we do anything, though, close that. Posts, Master Cannoneer. That is gonna be you. Perfect. That will mean that we actually have somebody in that position, which I've forgotten what actually having someone in the position does, but we now have somebody there. This is cool. Oh yeah, we can upgrade all of these things. Hull integrity, no damage. I haven't upgraded any of these. Should I be upgrading these all the time? Probably not a thing to ask in Act 5. What do you get if you upgrade it? So, 1 to 3, 1 to 2 rounds at random. So it lowers the cooldown of that. That seems very good. What about here? So you're upgraded, so I did upgrade that one. Strafe, 1 to 3, or... when strafing into an enemy ship, both ships suffer damage equal to 90% of void ship ram damage. Okay. Probably not going to use that. So, reloads all macro cannons that are fired during the acceleration phase. And lances, which are fired during the acceleration phase. Ooh. How much is the upgrade? I don't know. Wait, are these just things we can have? What do I need? Oh, 100 scrap. Use current ability once. Oh, that's it? Okay, so 30% to 35%. Yeah, okay. And it's never located on the opposite side of the ship. Okay, upgrade. Yeah, I'll take strafe. I'll upgrade that. Wait, so that's upgraded. Can you upgrade the other one? Is this saying that that's the ability that she can upgrade? So if I was to switch to Adira here... Ah, I could upgrade Arc Augury, but only if I'm playing as only if I have Adira in there and use the abilities as Adira. Oh, interesting. So although we're the Warp Channeler, we are not able to upgrade any ability because we don't have any warp ability upgrade. So I'd have to be Adira to upgrade the ability, which would mean that we could get upgraded Warp Wave. Oh, I understand. I understand. Okay, so when you just put in the person who's the best, it doesn't actually do anything. You need to put in the person who can actually use the ability. But does it affect hit chance or something? No, it does have a hit chance thing. I'm just trying to figure out why you would put in, like, say, us over her. What does it do? Ah, you see, this gives us a better duration on our ability. I understand. So that gives us duration 10. This seems like the kind of thing I should have worked out a long time ago. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You have no third ability. Yeah, so you have 13 on that. All hands on deck is already upgraded, and we can get focused efforts upgraded. Well, you know what? We might as well upgrade it. So this allows you to use the selected post for 1 turn. If one or more or both abilities are on cooldown, their cooldown time is reduced by 1 turn. It's just the cooldown on that one. Okay, cool. That's fine, I think. Okay. Well, at least I learned how that worked in the final part of the game, after probably one of the last times we're ever going to need to do that. Necron Ring. That doesn't sound good. Okay, scan. 50 XP. Okay. Scan. A thing. Emerald Fires. Most of the surface is covered in icy dunes, with greenish highlights. At first, officers aboard the vessel decide that the unusual color of the ice is due to a quirk of the atmosphere. Later, it becomes evident that the source of the highlights is a group of monstrous pyramidal structures wreathed in an emerald fire. Examining them in detail with magnoculars, it can be seen that one of the monoliths is damaged. A device on its wall emits an energy beam at a similar pyramid not far from itself. Examine the structures. The von Valancius scouts approached the monoliths with as much care as possible. Fearing the appearance of an enemy, a small servitor sent to gather data about the energy beam clearly demonstrated the destructive power of the xenotechnology. After carelessly making contact with the beam, it instantaneously broke apart into minuscule pieces. It is curious that the second pyramid is still intact, and that only matter at the source of the beam is being destroyed. Study the surviving monolith. The energy beam barely reflects off the dark material of the pyramid. Occasionally, a scarcely visible wave runs across the surface of the monolith's walls, after which the material appears to become even smoother. It's as if one monolith is feeding the other, not destroying it. A few scouts decide to come closer in order to better examine the phenomenon. The soldiers of the von Valancius notice a fragment of a metallic ribcage melted right into the material of one of the walls like a bizarre bas-relief. Between the rows of ribs, a talisman of black stone shimmers with coloured light after each wave of energy. The figure to which the talisman belonged shows no signs of life. After a quick debate, the officers decide to take the artifact on board. So we get a withering shard. The wearer's strength, toughness, and agility are decreased by 15. The wearer can use heroic acts at 125 momentum instead of 175, and desperate measures at plus 50 momentum, higher, capped at 100 momentum. The wearer is considered as having heretical adherent if they do not yet have it. Interesting. So this is a way that you can use the heretical equipment even if you're not a heretic. Not that we're going to use it, but it's interesting. It is rare to find such an ominous phenomenon in lifeless ice. Okay. Intriguing. Obviously another Necron thing. There's a lot of Necron stuff over here. Okay, begin scan. Alright, I'll take the plasteel. Not that we need it for anything, but I'll take it anyway. Because we can. A little confused, but that's fine. Maybe you can get back to the colonies some point before the end of the game? I have no idea. Anyway. Ooh, Drukhari Camp. Okay, so if that's the Drukhari Camp, that's where we need to go. What is the Necron Ring then? The greenish glow of the gigantic ring made from unknown materials flows through the windows of the captain's bridge. The void ship's instruments measure a whole spectrum of various emissions. Sometimes the dull green is darkened by clouds of space dust or bent by gravitational waves. The object most closely resembles a portal, albeit what's passing through it cannot be clearly defined. Observe the anomaly. Arcs of incandescent star gases bursting from the ring pierce the darkness of space, reflected by the surface of other celestial bodies in the system. At times, dark light waves bend the edges of the portal, but they are quickly restored thanks to the enigmatic flowing metal. Then, lashes of purple clouds dissected by threads of lightning appear in the center of the ring. An unseen force prevents them from reaching the other side of the portal as blocks of black stone become covered in purple-scarlet illumination. If the ring truly were a portal, it is not fit to serve as one any longer. Stellar heat and gravitational force forbid any vessel from passing through it. According to the ship's astropaths, the purple clouds are an even more dangerous phenomenon, indicating that the power of the warps are eager to flow out of the portal into real space. It's as if to highlight its deadliness. With the next wave of dark light, the portal throws out the shattered remains of an unidentified void ship. Send a team to examine it. Okay, we've done that. We got ship components. Again, I'm not entirely sure what these are used for if there's no colony management and you can't trade. Anyway. Additional equipment and a closer position allow the team to understand part of what's happening. The portal seems to resemble the gate devices used by the Eldarian Drukhari, only made of a different material. The metallic shine of the ring alternates with the darkness of the large blocks of stone, reminiscent of the material that makes up the famous Cadian pylons. Yes, we got ship components. Interesting. Lorzinos. Analysis of the wave signatures indicates that the construct once used parts of the webway, the Eldari system of pathways. However, in its current condition, the portal is not fit for transporting vessels. It is unstable and often begins unleashing dangerous cosmic objects. Instead of transports, the gate spews forth dark light waves and deadly breaths of incandescent gas, the latter taken from a star's photosphere. It's hard to believe that a civilization capable of creating a device as powerful as this one could have undergone such a decline. Okay. And now, we go to the Drukhari camp. Let's go. Well, we got a level up. And now, we go back to the bridge to level up. Right, back on the bridge, time to level up. Let's have a look at what we've got available to us. So, first things first, what would we want to raise out of these for us? Actually, first things first, what are we actually getting at this level? Getting a second tier and a skill. Okay, so what skills do we want to raise is what we want to look at. So skill-wise, we got Persuasion up there. Maybe Tech Use, although we're probably going to have Pascal if we ever need it. Maybe Commerce or Coercion, but we're going to have people there as well. Awareness is always a nice one. Maybe Logic. Maybe we just raise Logic. We haven't raised it in a while. It pushes it up to like the next level. Yeah, that would be good. Let's do some Logic. So, first of all, we have to choose our second tier talent, which we have a couple of that I've ticked here. Strong Point. Using a stratagem on a combat tactics area for the second time in a turn refunds 1 AP. Don't think we need that. Allies can move their own combat area, maybe. Every time allies under the effect of Stronghold stratagems should have suffered an injury, they gain int bonus plus fell bonus temporary wounds instead. Tempting. You can use stratagems for 0 AP. If there are more enemies than allies in the frontline area, then gain parry dodge. If there are more allies than enemies, then allies gain damage. That's quite a lot of damage. It's 3 plus int bonus plus fell bonus divided by 2. Our int bonus is 9. Our fell bonus is, the bottom one, is 9. So it's 18. It says 18. I'm just trying to parse the... let me open this up a little bit more. That didn't help. I was trying to parse how this is written. So, if it's following correct stuff in terms of how it's written, that's 18 divided by 2 adding 3. That's the way I read that. So that should be 12. That's what that should end up as. The other way of reading it, if you're doing it wrong, but it could be the way that that they're doing it here, is it would be 18 plus 3 to 21 divided by 2, which would then make it 10.5, which would then round down to 10. So it's either, depending on how they're parsing it, it should be 12, but it could be 10. Okay, so between 10 and 12 damage, per percent damage, and same to parry and dodge. So the parry and dodge matters not one bit at all, right? The parry and dodge is completely and utterly pointless. The damage matters, so 12% damage. That's a reasonable damage increase. Okay. Anything else we can do here? The overcoming zone seems good. The only other thing is if we want to save AP. We never run out of AP. So it's got to be between this and the damage. Let's choose damage, right? Even if we do nothing, right? If we don't change anything, this is likely going to give us parry and dodge, or it will give us damage, right? Either way. In which case, both of those scenarios are fine. It does mean also that our frontline area becomes more useful to put on other characters. Like if we've got a character who we don't think is going to be shot at, might be worth moving them into that area if they're not going to be in the rear area. you know, it's something to think about. Anyway, and then logic. Marazai, yours would be demolitions. Yeah, demolitions, followed by awareness, followed by yeah, I don't think you need anything else. Yeah, maybe carouse if we're being like perfect on it. So a second tier archetype ability, so we can get when bleeding gains a toughness armor. Okay. Everything else I've pretty much taken in here. Is there anything else I want? We can do 8 direct damage with Danse Macabre. Okay. Which would then allow us to trigger this. So those two together trigger each other. Do I have another second tier coming? I do. Yes. So if I want to, I could take those two together. Which would then allow us to stack lethality. Okay, whenever they attack an enemy, we gain a bunch of lethality. The enemy last damaged gains the witness effect. Okay, don't think we need that. Don't think we need that. Aim for an opening on the same target reduces that target's dodge and dodge reduction by 10% stacks. Okay, interesting. Whenever you deal direct damage to an enemy, the enemy suffers 1 stack of the vulnerable effect. That again works with these. If they're elusive at the start of their turn, they gain 4 MP and 10 lethality. But if they deal direct damage, target must pass an agility resistance test with 2 times the assassin's agility penalty or becomes slowed. But for every 10 damage dealt by the assassin's attack, that also deals 1 direct damage. Okay. If an enemy suffers a critical hit from one of the assassin's allies, at the start of the assassin's turn, a new opening is created. Okay. The hemorrhage effect applies 10 extra damage. Okay. So I guess the question is, right? Is Morbid Pirouette better than, say, Deadly Calculation? I think Deadly Calculation is better, right? Because this is for every 10 damage. So this only does 8, right? So this does 8 damage. Deadly Calculation would do 10 damage, or do 8 damage if you do 80 damage on a hit. We're always going to do 80 damage on a hit. So this is always going to outperform. So if your goal is just to trigger the direct damage stuff, that's going to be better. Okay. I think lethality heightens is good. Do we want this one? Number of vulnerability stacks times by 4. Perception. So that's a perception-based thing. Let's take that out. Disarray. What's slowed? What does slowed do? Reduces movement speed. I don't think I need that. I think that's completely pointless. Okay. So that gives us Carmine Whisper, Deadly Calculation, and Lethality Heightens. Okay. Let's take Deadly Calculation. And Lethality Heightens would then trigger every single time we attack. Yes. Increase in lethality. So effectively, it's going to make him just stack up lethality over and over and over again. Great. And then we take awareness. Cool. Ulfar. Athletics, awareness, carouse. Or athletics, carouse, awareness. Although his athletics is high enough, we're never going to need to do that. So probably carouse, awareness, athletics. Okay. For him... Crippling Blast. Any ranged area or burst attacks reduce weapon skill of all enemies hit by -10. It's alright. It's the only one I've ticked. I'll trust past me. And then, carouse. Done. Cassia. I think commerce here. Commerce, coercion, persuasion in that order. Yeah. And then we'll see. What do we want to take here? Unblinking Stare. Yeah, it's one that makes us do more for our attacks opportunity. Anything else I've ticked? No, so I might as well take it then. Yeah, let's take Unblinking Stare. And then we're going to take Commerce. Nice. Argenta. This is awareness. Wait, I like the plus. That says plus. Or that no, that says minus 190. I see. Sorry, I thought that said plus 190 and it was still minus 155. But no. I think it's got a positive effect, which is why it's showing up. It's got a positive effect due to Aldari machine taming or something, but it still has the minus 200 on it. Anyway, awareness. Demolitions. Probably demolitions first. Okay. Sure. Let's see what we got here. Don't need that one. Nope. Just keep going down here, going, don't need that, don't need that. Devotee and their allies gain Devotee's willpower bonus divided by 2 damage for single shots and attacks of opportunity. Your willpower isn't very good though. No. Willpower bonus. All enemies in the area effect of Warhammer or Furious Recital gain 1 stack of Disturbed. Okay. What's Disturbed? Penalty to willpower or fellowship tests. Okay, Emperor protects 4% chance to ignore any enemy attack. It is willpower, but 4%. I mean, that's not that bad. It's quite nice. Just seeing whether we've got anything in here that sounds like it would be good. Cost of wildfire is reduced by 1 AP for every 3 stacks of versatility. You know what? That's fantastic, given that versatility is harder to come by. And then we're going to take, I said awareness and demolitions, didn't I? Yep. Which now means that we have literally nothing that we need. So we're going to take a point of athletics, maybe. I don't know. Right. Idira. Awareness. Medicae. I should have taken a point of Medicae. Okay. Ear for Idira. Anything ticked? We do have some things ticked. Enforced reality. Heroic acts decrease veil degradation. While target is not in line of sight, all resistance tests of the target suffer psi rating penalties. Okay. These are the only 2 I have ticked. Let's take the reduced veil degradation one. And then, awareness, Medicae, and then, what was my other one? Awareness, Medicae. Oh, I think that was it. Yeah. In which case, why don't you take... I don't know, Lore Xenos, because that would in theory make you better at the ship, even though we're never going to get to the point where you can do that. But anyway. Oh, back. I forgot to check her things. This is going to be coercion, persuasion, commerce, in that order. Okay. No heresy would be okay for critical hit and armor. Heroic inspiration. After a character uses a heroic act, the Master Tactician can use any ability of their archetype for 0 AP. Or, the target of Inspire gains additional damage for every 10 stacks of tactical advantage until the beginning of the Master Tactician's next turn. Sure. And then, Commerce is there, so Coercion is what we need to give you. Wonderful. Right. Awareness. Demolitions, Medicae. Let's see what we got here. Critical chain. So, we can give our allies critical hit chance. That's kind of useful. Whenever the bounty hunter kills prey whose difficulty tier is 4 or higher, the bounty hunter gains AP. AP is not really our issue on our bounty hunter. The issue is more attacks. Let's take critical chain. Let's give a buff. Awareness, demolitions, Medicae's the dump stat. There we go. Here, this would be tech use, Medicae, athletics. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. You got anything that we want to take? No. Okay. You know what we could take? I was just thinking here. We could take lethality heightens plus the one that's the same damage one that we were going to take. Deadly calculation. We already have it. There you go. Let's take lethality heightens. His lethality is garbage, but if we're gaining lethality every time we deal 5 or more direct damage, we're always going to be we're going to gain 10 lethality per hit. That's fantastic. Yeah, Medicaid, tech use, and athletics. There we go. Heinrichs. Heinrichs is demolitions, athletics, Medicaid. Let's see what else he's got in here. Stronger Together is kind of nice for the buff. Anything else? Carmine Whisper. Hemorrhage deals 10 additional damage. Okay. You know what we could take, though? We could take Lethality Heightens plus Deadly Calculation. Ah, now we're talking. Right, let's take the same thing again, because I actually think it's pretty good as a combo. There we go. And then, Abelard, Carouse Athletics Medicaid. Let's see here. Got anything that you can actually take in here? Yeah, I'm just seeing if we got anything in here that isn't spell based, or like you need to be standing next to somebody, or you know. That's fell. Oak Toughness. When the Vanguard has at least one ally in a 2-cell radius, the Vanguard gains parry. Oh. Yeah, I don't think we need that. These are all brace for impact things, which we don't need. I think we take No Heresy. It's honestly pretty good. 10% armor and critical hit against Xenos or demonic creatures. It's pretty much what we're fighting, isn't it? Okay, Medicaid dump step. Okay, cool. We've leveled up. Nice. Let's save. And then, back to the... Oh. Back to the Koronus Expanse map over here. Let's go. And then, oh, to the Dead World. And now we can select our team. Now, obviously, it's going to be Marazai earlier, right? That's obvious. There's nobody else who it could be. That just makes far too much sense. We might take Cassia. I think that she might have insight. I don't know how much insight, but she might have some. Like, I think they're lying or some kind of thing. Pascal, I don't think we need to bring. I don't think Argenta or Ulfar are helpful. Idira, we could potentially bring. They're kind of weak to warpy stuff. Maybe Abelard Idira? Something like that? That's a messed up squad, but yeah, let's take it. I don't think Heinrichs is right to bring here either. No, I think this is good. Let's go. Why is Abelard here? He's just our, he's our rock. You don't get rid of your rock. Okay. There are some dead Eldari, which is never a good sign when you're going to meet them. Let's just rearrange ourselves here a little bit. You hear some grunting off to the side. Okay. That's my party. It's yes. Just
let us see what
a straight
I
line.
found.
Oh, what we got? Ooh, Tear Blade Gloves. The wearer's damage increased by 1% for every 2% of wounds lost. Okay. What you currently got? All the melee attacks inflict bleeding. And all bleeding effects are better. Yeah, this is probably better. There you go. What we got here? Judging by the blood dripping from every crack in the broken armor, the Xenos inside practically exploded. The cause of this gruesome death is unclear. Maybe the Inquisition got here
Is
first?
there money to be made?
I don't know. The destroyed Xenotech gives off repulsive chemical stench. There's Kabalite warriors who are dead down there. There was a glistening, gaping wound under the Kabalite's cracked armor. The Xenos was not just killed, his insides were turned into paste as he was slowly eviscerated. What killed these guys? There's one who's still alive. The convulsing Xenos is dressed in reaving Tempest armor that has been pierced by weapons in several places. The dying warrior raises his head and stares at you. He sees Marazai and opens his bloody mouth wide. You! The bloodied face twists into a grimace of disgust. Refuse of the arena. Marazai's movements are swift and precise, making the dying Drukhari gurgle and fall silent forever. The Drakon pensively wipes off blood off his blade. They must be taught to worship me anew. Refuse of the arena. Oh. Garbage. I understand. What's happening on the planet? Carnage. Killing enemies or each other, it does not matter. They suffer as I have suffered, driven insane by the voice of Silent Thresh. In real space, it can only be drowned out by the whistling of blades and the moans of the dying. They've been fighting, and for a long time. A heavy ordeal for the Drukhari. Protracted battles in real space require particular dedication and ferocity. Marazai gazes around the battlefield with a look of confusion on his face. Strange. What is strange? You cannot see it, Malachi, but the battlefield is very strange. Clashes between cabals are different from raids on monkey worlds. I can draw attack vectors in my head as much as I want, picture the squad locations and so on, but it does not make sense. Nothing about this makes sense. The Xenos flexes his fingers in obvious irritation. What if the Reaving Tempest is not feuding with the Black Heart which tracked my cabal down here? What if they joined forces? For reasons that currently elude me, then everything points to the fact that these warriors from my cabal were not killed in battle, but butchered like cattle after being brought to the front lines. Marazai looks around and grimaces. Let's finish off the Drukhari. Enough. Marazai watches impassively as you dispatch the Xenos. Had enough fun yet? We need to move on, straight into the maw of those who think they can outwit us. It's time for us to go. Indeed. My weapons have been sheathed for too long. Okay. Quick save. Continue moving.
Rise to the top, or get left in the
You got
dust.
a side passage over here. Does it go anywhere, or is this just... looks like just another way you could enter. Okay, that's weird. Oh, hello. So, what have we got? So we got Cariel, we got Incubus Guardians, we got Slith. Okay. This looks like a fight. Am I wrong? I think I saw a name we recognize over there. Okay. The Drukhari look foreign against the background of the gorge, long black figures that brandish their weapons when you approach. An angry whisper runs through the ranks of the Xenos. Seems they can barely restrain themselves from lunging at you. Marazai answers the unkind rumbling with contemptuous laughter. Excellent. I expected nothing less. Do you hear how much anger my mere appearance provokes? Oh, how I will cherish this slaw. Archon Nazrakai. Oh. You know the Xenos in the split golden mask. The figure who presided over your fake inquisitorial trial emerges from the haze of anguished memory, shrouded in the parasite-induced gloom. Narazai, Archon of the Black Heart in the flesh. What a surprise. Marazai's voice is deliberately calm, but you catch a note of genuine surprise, even amazement. This was the last thing he was expecting. Urliette almost recoils under Nazrakai's gaze, either out of fear or disgust. I remember him. It was to him that I answered in that trial in Komarag. She trails off and grimaces in anger. You came, you foolish whelp. The mere sound of Nazrakai's voice gives you an itchy feeling in your head where the brain-eating maggot was once nestled. Carael was not lying when he claimed you would be stupid enough or brazen enough to show yourself before the Reaving Tempest again. Or rather, before the new ranks of the Black Heart. Who's that next to? This is the name I recognized. Sinistoria, the last succubus from the cult of the fatal thirst that ruled the arena. Marzai responds without taking his eyes off his kin. It was she who suggested I join the bloodstained proselytes instead of decorating her chambers with my innards. My rebellious toy. Sinistoria's voice rings with every imaginable shade of cruelty. You did not honestly think that your ridiculous escape from the cult that had graciously given you refuge would be forgiven, did you? What are all these Drukhari leaders doing here? Indeed, Nazrukai. Marzai's voice is dull and almost bored. What are the great Archon and his pet succubus doing here? Nazrukai is in no hurry to reply, running a finger along the edge of his blade and gazing intently at Marzai. I have come to teach you a lesson, whelp, to make an example out of you in the presence of the rest of your wretched cabal, which the Black Heart has graciously accepted into its ranks. There's something familiar about Nazrukai's face and movements. Until you understand, you have seen the same lurching gestures, the same twitching in Marzai after he withered and was driven insane by the unceasing whispering of the warp. It seems the Archon has spent too long in real space. So the remains of the Reaving Tempest have joined a different cabal. Your monkey master does not even let you speak without permission, whelp. Marzai's voice drips with venom. You are pathetic, Marzai. Perhaps you should think of your impending doom as deliverance. A succubus next to Nazrukai looks at you. The Aziriesh betrayed and often offended their cabal. One by her weakness and irreverence, and the other by his pathetic performance at the Obsidian Court in an alliance with the monkey. To call oneself the Reaving Tempest these days is to be dishonoured. Its former members may pass on into death or into servitude to a different master. Archon Nazrukai granted his favour to the scum who once served the Aziriesh. I gave them the privilege of joining the Black Heart, the greatest cabal of glorious Komarag, but only if they tracked down and brought back the last surviving member of the former Archon's line, the last living Aziriesh. Your former warriors have done their part, though not without assistance from the witches of the Fatal Thirst, but that is no reason to deny them credit. You hear the creaking of gloves as Marzai's hands clutch his blade grips, a telltale sign that he is not merely annoyed but beside himself with fury. I'm gonna look at him. Marzai's face is a complex mask of emotions, rage, astonishment, and realization. He begins to speak, his voice unusually hoarse and quiet. The words are meant only for Nazrukai's ears. You were not planning to overthrow Irimerus. You did not plan to make me the new Archon of the Reaving Tempest. From the beginning, you only wanted to destroy my cabal. The Reaving Tempest is a grand name for a pile of rubbish led by a haughty bitch. The snivelling wretch thought she could bend the laws of Komarag to extract the cabal from the protection of the Black Heart. No one rejects her favor without consequence. I had just begun planning raids on the Spire, when who should come to be? You, the Cabal's Drakon, who longed to regain the favor of the Black Heart. You asked for an alliance to bolster the loyalty of the Reaving Tempest. You pledged your allegiance. I confess, for a moment I even entertained the thought of installing you as Archon. But that moment melted away at the thought of tearing the Reaving Tempest apart from the inside without having to lift a finger. You were the one to suggest holding a fake trial for Irimerus. No matter the outcome, you promised to condemn her in the name of the Black Heart. Your voice being second only to that of Asdrubal Vect himself. You let me set the stage with my own hands. Marzai's voice trembles with admiration and rage. And then you delivered the verdict, stripping the Reaving Tempest of its Drakon, and showing the others that the Cabal had made a mistake and grown weak. Abelard rubs his temple. Do I understand correctly that one Xenos gang devoured another Xenos gang, just to indulge the maniacal whims of one Xenos ringleader. What about Nocturne of Oblivion? What part did he play during the trial? Nazir-Kai gives you an exasperated look but does not deign to reply. He does not know, Malachi, Marzai answers you mockingly. The great Archon of the Black Heart does not have the slightest idea what the Arbenian was doing at his little trial. You forget yourself, whelp. For a brief moment, a spark of rage resurfaces from under Nazir-Kai's mask of arrogant tranquility. So the Reaving Tempest was doomed from the start. The outcome was known long before the story began. One Azuriesh brought the wrath of the Black Heart upon our cabal. The other became the first pillar to fall at my command. And now, the remnants of the Kabalites still loyal to Vect will put an end to the history of the departed cabal. They brought me to you, and they will drag you back to Komarag in chains. Cariel's voice is devoid of any emotion. The Azuriesh have lost the right to be considered the first among us. If the Black Heart wills it, we will destroy those who have dishonored the Cabal. Marzai pierces Cariel with his gaze before shifting it back to Nazir-Kai. Then why did you serve me so well in bringing my sworn enemy to here, Cariel? Both he and the remnants of the Reaving Tempest will be mine. Marazai slaps the soul trap hanging from his belt and laughs derisively. And I will forever listen to your agony. Kill them. Kill everyone except the whelp. I need him alive.
Your kind
Okay,
has no right to
time
exist.
to fight.
Are you challenging
It's us,
me,
then
Phil?
the Archon. The Archon has a blast pistol and doesn't appear to have anything that exciting going on apart from Archon's presence. Creatures under his command gain armor, deflection, and heal for a bunch whenever each turn the Archon is alive. Okay, and he's a navigator. Okay, so it goes us, Earliet, Idira, these guys, and then everybody else. Okay, I understand. I just need to think about where we want to start. So immediately I'm thinking like something like this for our frontliners, right? Although you probably want to be over here, right? Maybe not. Maybe this side is good. You may have Abelard here though, just to block a passageway. Earliet, I'm thinking here for you. You got good sight lines on most of the enemy from here. Cassia, I'm definitely thinking like here for you. Potentially even 1-4. Actually, I'm thinking here for you. We're gonna go for... I'm just thinking what we want to do on turn 1. We want to apply... yeah, okay. I'm just thinking we want to apply frontline here. And maybe want a Dira here. It's a little awkward, but I think that's what I want. Okay. And then we want to end our turn... That's a great question. As we want to end our turn here. Okay, so we kind of want to be like this at the start. Okay. So, backline. Nice, easy one to do. Let's stick that here. Go... Actually, cancel that. Before you can do that, can I put rear here yet? That'll work. That's fine. Okay. Out. This is going to be frontline.
I'm ready for whatever comes.
More allies than enemies, so it increases our damage. We can go here. Oh, there are people up on the ridge. I didn't even see these guys. Okay. It's good to know. Head over here. Perfect spot. Because I want better cover efficiency. We're then going to increase... I can't see this one, so I can't increase armor there. That's very funny. How much movement have I got left? 5. Okay, so head here. Increase
On it.
armor. We're then going to trench line stratagem these guys, increase their cover efficiency. I need... How many for a hit? One. I need one of these for a hit. That's fine, so I need 1. Okay. Is there anyone I can grab stacks off of? Let me just see here. Could grab stacks off the whole lot of them. That would be pretty good, actually. Yeah, grab stacks off the whole lot of them. So we have 8 stacks. That's good. I can't make it back to here for some reason because I was looking at the wrong column. Okay, so we're now in a really bad place. Okay.
Who if not me?
There we go. Blitz stratagem moves me back in. Not really the way you're meant to do things, but that's okay. Good joint analysis, but we've just taken away most of the stacks. So it's not joint analysis this turn. Let's put some stacks on whoever I'm going to shoot. So I'm probably going to shoot you. Let's put a bunch of stacks on you. Then surefire plan. Then shoot. Actually, I'm going to shoot you.
It's as good as done.
Okay. Transcend the potential onto Cassia.
I'll make it happen.
We then use Finest Hour onto Earliette.
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
Okay, so now I can start putting prey on. Archon, you're 100%, target number 1. Now we're looking for people who are 4 or above. Cariel, you're target number 2. I didn't look at you. Have you got anything special? You got something called Kill Them. Hit chance, a critical hit chance of Drukhari under his commander up. Okay, so killing the commanders is going to help a lot here. Does Sinistoria have something as well? No, she doesn't. Okay, that's fine. I might mark Sinistoria as our last one. Okay. That's good. Okay, which one am I on right now? Eye of Hecaton. No, we want to be on the Wanderer's Portent. I want to take a shot here. Do it.
If it serves your cause. No weakness is
Nice,
hidden
so
from
that
my
crit.
sight.
Now we can switch to this one. Okay, if you can hit 3 or more targets, the attack has no cooldown. That's going to hit 3 or more targets. Let's do it.
I understand your intent.
Nice.
I'll hear you move.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. Let's try and find places where we can hit 3 or more targets. Kill a bunch up there. Who's going in between, by the way? Archon, Cariel, these 3 at the end. Okay. I can't see them, unfortunately. Could shoot here. That's going to be 3 or more targets. Do it.
Another soul slips beyond
Another
the
one
veil.
dead. Okay. That's fantastic. Let's see what else we've got here. Okay, I think I'm going to have to shoot with other things now. Let's see if there's another angle where I can hit multiples. I think I can hit 2 here, so let's kill those 2.
If it serves your cause. Fortune favors the swift.
Didn't quite. Alright, do that again.
I hear you moving. No more.
Nice. And then I have another shot, which I can shoot in here.
No weakness is hidden from my
And then I have
sight.
another shot. I don't even have to use Claim the Bounty. I just have that many shots. I just realized I didn't kill this
I am not
one.
your Xenos pet, Mon. I deal death with my
Nice.
hands. Pay for this in blood.
Then I can do another shot. Maybe dismantling attack. The Archon.
All creatures.
Nice.
Horror awaits.
Oh, why did he get a turn? Okay, now it's back to our turn. End turn. Cassia gets a turn. That's fine. This is just the end of her turn. Back to us. It's the end of our turn. Now the Archon gets a turn. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay.
I am a prey taker.
Okay. Nice parry. Okay. We're fine. Now it's Earliette's actual turn. Switch to Wanderer's Portent. Shoot.
This tedium is beneath me. Another soul slips
Another 2
beyond the
down.
veil.
Switch. Okay. It's Cariel. Let's do a Call the Bolt.
If it serves your cause.
Okay, this does 104% damage. I just realized this now does more damage than base. Okay, I
am
forgot.
not your Xenos pet.
Let me educate
Nice.
you on the art of pain.
Shoot.
I understand your intent. No weakness
And I should have
is
one more.
hidden
I don't
from
have one
my
more
sight.
shot. No. Okay. Raid.
This tedium is beneath me.
And perfect
If it
spot to
serves
increase
your
our
cause.
dodge. Okay. This one gets a turn. Parry, parry, parry. Well, we got a dodge.
Go hand in hand. Your death is
Okay.
approaching.
Nice parry. Idira! Time for you to place some of your own things. Let's go
But of
Incubus
course.
Guardian. Followed by Incubus Guardian. Followed by Incubus Guardian.
Was that you?
Okay, and then I'm
Or-
going to kill Cariel. I need to figure out how I'm going to kill Cariel. I guess this is the best one, the bonus shot. So switch to your thing. Claim the bounty.
Will do.
Wonderful. That now gives Earliette a turn to reload her weapon.
If I must.
And that's about all I need to do on her turn. Okay. It also gives her half of her bonuses, I believe. Which is good. I can then start killing the Incubus Guardians, probably. Or I could maybe... If I do this, is that going to do? Do I not have an AoE version of that? No, I have a single target version of that. Okay. And Mind Rupture. Yeah, Mind Rupture.
On it.
You will pay for this in blood.
Nice. Oh, I should have been on my staff. I probably didn't do the max I could have done there. Okay. Spread a blind back
Anything
here.
else?
Okay. Dominate.
What?
Just to get him to fail a
Was that
test.
you?
Your last
Or-
stroke of luck.
Okay. Then we're gonna buff
Will
Cassia.
do.
Okay. Foreboding in this area
On
to
it.
increase our dodge chance. Nice. And forewarning to increase Marazai's
Will do.
dodge and parry until our next turn. Or until the end of combat, sorry. Fantastic. And then I can do my operative one. Put some extra stacks on someone like
What of
Sinistoria.
course.
Cool. Then I can end my turn. Cabalite Shooter. Nice dodges. Slith is blinded, so like the chances of it hitting were about 0 there. Yup. Witch Guardian. Nice. Farming dodges. Marazai. 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 Okay. Just figuring out where things are. We're going to start with one of these.
With grace and malice.
Then we're going to go for the kill.
Don't distract me.
Then go back over.
Behold.
Then we're going to go for the kill.
It is handled.
Okay. I kind of thought we would do better there. Venomous Slash.
Behold. Woe to you.
Well, I hit an enemy. I kind of thought we would do better there. I think if we had hit an enemy, we would have done a lot better there. I want to be bleeding, so let's do that as
Don't
well while we're
distract
here. I
me.
should have done that first, actually. Not that it matters too much, because we would have... it's resolved, so you only get it at the start of your turn. I want Elusive Shadow to end. Let's
With grace
endure,
and malice.
and then Elusive Shadow.
Behold.
What a terrible turn. He really doesn't like starting his turn where we've started him here. Oh, and I have an extra point. I guess, yeah, just end your turn. I don't want to accidentally unelusive him. Okay, let's just figure out who I want to buff here. Probably Abelard. There we go, because his buffs As buffing him then causes him to have some like internal buffing, because this gives him all characteristics, right? But then some of his characteristics, like toughness, raises health, which then raises strength. So it's like there's an internal like buff thing happening there. Do we not have an... We have an AoE buff, don't we? That's not this one. Mend reality? Which decreases veil degradation by 17 points? What? That's because our willpower is currently 170. Oh. Well, that's pretty good, yeah.
Isn't this a
and then
job
that's
for
an
the
nice
serfs?
AoE buff. Okay. We could also do this, which is going to increase
I'm
your
not
strength as
accustomed
well.
to being ordered around.
Even more health, even more strength. How much does this cost? 2 AP to give someone a turn. Okay. I'm going to give a turn to... Earlier.
If I may.
Okay. So, back to your other weapon. Actually, no, I need to use a claim the bounty. But yeah, on the other weapon, I guess is fine. Shoot.
If it serves your cause.
What a disgrace.
Oh, Nazarkat got a turn for some reason. Wonderful. Great shooting. Adira now gets a turn because that was her... yeah, that was her prey. So now we can... Or she gets a turn because prey was
What?
killed. I don't think it has to be
Was
hers,
that
but
you?
anyway. Then we can blind this guy.
Fury.
You know what? Why don't we dominate him as
Anything
well?
else?
Nice.
Work for a flesh crafter.
And then we're going to increase your parry and dodge until the end of combat. He actually lost health by me doing that. That's weird. Anyway. So now we've done that. Now we have 4 AP to spend. Switch weapon. Now you're going to kill this one.
This tedium is beneath me.
Which now gives Adira a turn. Did you actually get blinded? I just want to double check that you are actually... Yeah, you're blinded. Okay, that's fine. Just keep applying debuffs to
But of
things, like
course.
blind this guy. And dominate this
Anything
guy.
else?
You call
Then-
this a strike?
We're going to increase a bunch of your stats until the
Was that you? Or
end of combat. Nice. What's this? Oh, Heroic Vision. It does a lot of mental damage. Not as much as you would want it to, though. Okay, now it's your turn again. So now we claim
if
the
it serves
bounty.
your cause.
So the thing about that one was that bounty was actually Adira's bounty. So now it's Adira's turn again. So now we blind Sinistoria.
I will tear your heart out
And
for this.
will
dominate.
do.
Okay. Then we're gonna buff your own
Anything else?
stats. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, buff your own stats. There we go. And increase, I don't know, your own dodge
Will
until
do.
the end of combat. There we go. Now it's back to Earliette's turn. She now has 6 AP, by the way. Now we're gonna kill just trying to figure out if we got an angle on those guys. Not quite. Okay, now we're gonna kill the Beastmaster.
I hear you moving. No more.
Okay. Oh, I also have more prey, I just realized. Oh, alright, Witch
If I
Guardian.
must.
You're now prey.
I
Shoot
am
you.
not your Xenos pet monkey.
That might be our last shot. Oh no, but because it was prey, now Adira gets another turn. Now we're gonna blind this Kabalite warrior who hasn't even had a turn yet.
You will pay for this in blood.
And we're gonna dominate the Kabalite
But
warrior
of
as well.
course.
I think the dominate makes them run towards you as well, which is good. Then we're gonna buff
Will do.
your stats, including your intelligence, which will then buff everybody else thanks to your intelligence buffs. Now we end your turn. Now it's back to your turn. Okay, so now we're gonna shoot like I don't know, this one.
This tedium is beneath me. Another soul
2
slips beyond the
kills.
veil.
Nice. Okay. Then we're going to use a shot onto those
I
guys.
understand your intent. I deal death
Nice.
with my hands.
Then I have another prey. So now we're going to make that Cabalite warrior prey.
If I must.
Oh, and look at that. We have another claim to
If
bounty,
it
which we're
serves
going to
your
shoot
cause.
here.
Another
And
soul
that then
slips
gives
beyond the
her
veil.
another turn, of which we can
Anything
blind
else?
the Cabalite shooter at the back. And then, I don't know, maybe dominate him
On
to
it.
kill him. Because he'll fail the willpower test. Nice.
Can't be.
Then, I don't know, maybe buff Abelard's stats. Abelard hasn't had a turn yet, by the way. Yeah, then end your turn. Now it's back to Earliette's turn. She could actually almost one-shot Sinistoria. That's very funny. More stacks. Followed by, let me just see how we're looking here. Yeah, followed by Call the Bold.
This tedium is beneath me.
Then we're going to shoot. This might kill her.
I deal death
It
with
did.
my hands.
And then we get another free shot. Okay. So now it's back to Adira's turn. Now we're on to just the Slith and the Archon. We've already applied these debuffs, but we're going to reapply them just so they fail willpower tests. Because failing willpower tests causes them to take damage. So let's continue getting them to fail willpower tests.
You've unleashed my fury.
Then we're going to buff Cassia, because we haven't done the dodge buff on Cassia yet. Would love to buff Earliette, but we can't actually see her. Now it's back to Earliette's turn. So now we're going to switch back to our other weapon. Use Claim the Bounty
I
on the
understand
Rancorous
your intent.
Slith. Who's now dead. Now we're going to make... I actually have no more prey to make. Sorry. So now we're going to switch back here. I'm going to put more stacks on the Archon. And oh, I ran out of AP. Oh no, I should have just shot. Anyway, that's fine. Now it's Cassia's turn. Orchestrated Firestorm on that guy.
In the
Everyone who
name
can
of
make an
House
attack has to
Orcelion,
make an attack.
I shall prevail.
No reversible consort.
Oh no! Adira almost killed everybody.
My dark cousin has
Oh
fallen.
no! It's so funny. Okay, what happened was Adira and Cassia were within range. I think they just absolutely destroyed our Marazai. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, Lidless Stare did a lot of damage. I didn't realize it was going to use Lidless Stare, to be honest. Yeah, it actually used Lidless Stare more than once. And then Psychic Assault, yeah, did almost all of Abelard's health. Alright, well that's not ideal.
Not my worst day. Yet.
Abelard is almost dead. Okay, well, let's overkill.
Indeed.
Wall of Rockcrete. Sworn
It
enemy.
will be done.
Endure.
At your beck and call.
Charge is worth is 2. I would love to do a Reckless Strike as well. Okay. What's the furthest I can do this from? Like from where he is, actually. That's the furthest I can do it from. Hit him.
I will do my duty.
Alright. Marazai looks around the battlefield. Nazrakai is dead. Sinistoria is dead, and all those cowards and sycophants are dead, every last one of them. Does this mean there was no one left to threaten you? Mandrakes, Nazrakai's followers. The remains of the Reaving Tempest. No, I am still in danger. But will they risk hunting me, a Jurukari who lives in real space and has destroyed all of his enemies? I doubt it. Do you not regret what has happened? I have no need of spineless, disloyal scum who were tested by circumstance and found wanting. The ones who cast me down, I have ground to dust. What is there to regret? His gaze is directed somewhere else, past you, past the bloody remains beneath your feet, towards something only he can see. I will find a purpose for myself. I will find whoever is pursuing me, even if that means tracking them here and not in the webway. The fun is over. It's time to return. Marzai nods grimly. Indeed. Once we are back, you and I will have a talk. But for now, let us collect the trophies. Well, that was incredible.
I always keep my options open.
Yeah, they may have nerfed some extra things, but it turns out our sniper plus psyker combo is not nerfed in the slightest. But yeah, I think that's a good point to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.